Hi there everyone, this is Kathleen Baber with Apricot Tree Planning, and I'm coming at you today with a plan with me for our current week. I'm a little behind because I was away a good part of last week on a youth conference, and so this is how last week's spread turned out, and I love it. I didn't get to use it as much as I would have loved to because, like I said, I was gone from Wednesday on, and I didn't bring my planner with me. I just had my mini. But filled in just a couple of things that I did accomplish when I got home. But I love this one. It's the Mediterranean lemons, and it's in my shop, Apricot Tree Planning on Etsy. And again, huge fail. I never get these little habit trackers right, so not even doing that this week. So this week is the 17th through the 23rd. I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out because it's just a little easier to work with, and it's another crazy week. Not as crazy for me this week, but certainly still crazy for the young women in our ward. So this week is girls camp, and I just took a group that goes up early to help prepare. I just got them off, and I've got to meet the other girls here in just a little while to get them off for camp, and then I don't go up till Friday. So we have an awesome ward camp director, and she has taken care of so much. So I wanted to show you what I'm going to do because it is camp, and I had the little booklet. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So I decided to use some papers out of this cute pink lemonade that I got at Hobby Lobby a while back. And it just has some really fun little... So I'm using this. There's a little campfire one. And there's another green one that's got kind of foxes and stuff in it. Where is it? There we go. And so in my Happy Planner, I have the seasonal, the 2017 seasonal. Oh goodness, looks like I pulled out two of these papers. I sure did. And so my boxes are 1.5 by 2.5. So it's a really easy measurement to work with. The last one I had a wider header here, and so that made them like 1.5 by 2.25. So measure your boxes before you cut out your full boxes that you're going to use with your planner. So anyway, I'm going to try to do a little bit of a random here, and then I'm going to put these through the Xyron to make them stickers, which is a really fun way to do things. So I'm kind of a day behind because it's Tuesday today already, and I hate it when I do that, but sometimes it just cannot be avoided. Maybe I need to do that this way and put the black guys in the middle there. And then, there we go. That'll work. Let's see if I could put them through the Xyron in order. So this is the one I have, and this one just fits the 1.5 inch. Also there was, so this was kind of a cute one too. This was another sheet, and I ended up just kind of cutting these up into little squares, and I'll probably use them as some deco stickers later. So anyhow, let's see if I can put these through correctly. You can also just do this with a glue stick or a tape runner. I just happen to have the Xyron, and it does do a really nice job. They stick really well. And when I'm using a nicer scrapbook paper that's really thick, this is kind of medium for me. I have some that are really thick. They feel almost like wallpaper. They're so thick. I just find that this works a little better for the thicker papers. Glue stick works really great on the little wonderful $5 deals that you can sometimes get at Michael's. So the thicker the higher quality of the scrapbook paper, I find it harder to use in my planner. And then all you have to do is peel this back. And it takes all the extra sticky off. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Lovely, lovely sound, right? And I'm just gonna put these down. So I think I'll speed up this part of the video, and I'll also put down some washi. Let me show you what I pulled real quick. I have this and some orange that I'm just going to use here at the bottom. I'm not going to bother with covering up this part. It doesn't bother me, so I just find it's one extra step I just don't need to hassle with, and it does make it harder to turn your pages. So why does it feel like these are going down too far? Could be my cutting. Huh. Yes, I don't think I was precise in my cutting. Alrighty, there's that. So you saw where I kind of cut deep and had to repair my page there. Kind of a little blooper show. What not to do. I think that looks pretty good. It's funny because I have never been a fan of the color orange, but I have learned to appreciate it. I've learned to appreciate the pop that it brings to so many things, especially greens and blues, because it's the complement to that color, to blue. Okay, so I've got that going. Since I'm not using one of my kits, I am kind of getting into my Mambi stickers, and I'm going to use these for my to-dos. But I'm just going to kind of cut them in half. I'm just going to put like 3 at the bottom. This one, since today is kind of a intense day with lots to do, I'll go ahead and use 4 there. But then these other guys, I'm just going to cut them in half and use 3 per. This should also kind of mellow out how much green, how bright the green is. Because that's a kind of an intense, it's a fun color green, but it is kind of an intense green. One thing I found doing my own stickers is that I'm not using the Mambi stickers nearly as much as I used to, because I'm constantly, you know, making up kits and testing kits, and then finding that I have little bits and bobs of things everywhere. I think I am going to go ahead and cut off this bottom one just so they're all the same size. And so there we go. Okay. And then I'm not going to worry about to-dos on Saturday, and I can just write in a few things that I got done on Monday. In fact, I'll just put them with some of these little heart bullet points. Good deal. Okay, so this week being girls camp, I have actually I'm sold out right now because I'm gonna kind of reformat it. But this was a young women's kit. I'm LDS, and so our teenage girls are called young women from the ages of 12 to 18. And this is their girls camp week, and this was a sheet that went kind of with a kit that I had made up for girls camp. And I think I'm going to put it actually right here, since I'm not doing a to-do header. Maybe I'll make this kind of my to-do header. Go ahead and stick it right there. And so when I made it up, I feel like this was an oops one because it cut too deeply. I know that some camps go Monday through Saturday and some are Tuesday through Saturday. So I wanted to make it so that it could be applicable to however your ward does girls camp. And ours is a 5-day, Tuesday through Saturday. Saturday is really just about getting home. But it still counts because you're still getting up early, you're still doing work to clear camp, and you gotta get home. Yeah, I guess I needed to add one more on there because I really did just make it a 5-day deal. So yeah, that's something I'll probably be reformatting and then having it put back up in the shop. But there we go. There's girls camp. And let's see what else. I can put this away. I have this cute one. This is where the fun stuff happens, but it's on clear. So I think I'm going to put it just here on the sidebar. Didn't know that this is a fun time. Really is. Okay, and I think I'll go ahead. I'm going to put this scripture here. This is our theme for the year. It's a little short because I made these with my old one. So I think what I'll do, yeah, when I first started out, I was in a different planner, and I thought that they all had the same size boxes. But I've learned since that, you know, they don't, or possibly it is that all of them have changed to be 2.5. So now I make them 2.5, and people can trim them. Anyway, that's our scripture theme for the year. So, and that's, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. And that is James chapter 1, verses 5 and 6. So cool, that kind of ties in my blue a little bit. Not only inspirational, but it ties in the blue. And I think since I still have a little bit of room here, I might go ahead and use this little washi that came with that in women's kit as well. And it was for the bottom, but I think it's going to work perfect right here. And it just says, ask of God, ask in faith. So hopefully I won't regret giving up this much space for decorative. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me pop that up. I guess I didn't need that orange bit after all. Or you know what? Let me leave that. And I'll just trim it. Because I do want to kind of cover this a little bit. So last week was youth conference, and we went to New York, and we had a great time. But I have to tell you, I have come back feeling so tired that I'm not really quite myself yet. All right, so we have our to-dos, we have our washi, we have our full boxes, and now it's just about getting in the events for the week. I have a little bit of deco here. And let me move off some things. So I did do my little pre-planning on a little sheet. It helps me out. But because I'm not using like one of my kits, I'm just kind of, again, using some things that I test with. So I have some bits from the Pioneer kit that I'm going to use, and I'm also pulling in, surprisingly, some bits from this Rainy Days kit because it has a lot of green and orange in it as well. So Monday was all about just getting caught up from being gone for a week. So I did two important things. I took care of the finances, paid some bills, which is never very fun. But let me just see if I've got enough. I'm really trying to use up these sheets. Just use this guy. And so that was really my first order of business, was getting bills paid. Because usually I do that on Thursday, but I was gone. And then the other thing that I had to do was get out some orders, which was exciting to come back to orders. So straighten that up just a little bit. Yay! So, and I've stocked the shop a little bit with some things so that when orders come I can go faster. And then today I have getting the girls to camp. So we have two groups. We have the older girls who are called YCLs, or Youth YCL. What is that? Youth Camp Leader. And so I got the YCLs up there, and then getting the rest of the girls up there. Just getting them organized. I don't have to drive this time. And then the other thing is filming this plan with me. Let's use this little guy. And then I have to go pick up newspapers. And tonight I'll deliver them. So I'm going to pick those up about 2. And then I'll probably deliver in the middle of the night. Which is always fun. And then this afternoon I want to do some designing. If I don't take a nap. Because honestly I'm kind of tired. And then tomorrow's awesome because I gave up my store route, so that means that I get to do fun stuff with the shop. Stuff I really want to do. So I'm going to put, this is going to be a big apricot tree planting day. Hopefully my husband will take my daughter on her route if she wants help. They can go in the morning before it gets too hot because, oh my goodness, it is so hot and sticky right now. And we are in the throes of summer. Ugh. So I'm really feeling for these guys up at camp this week. Woohoo! The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get out the invites to a Norwex party I'm hosting. And I just was introduced to it. I'd heard about it before, but I was just introduced to it a couple of weeks ago. And I'm pretty amazed. Really loving it. Okay, this is looking so, so cute. Okay, and then Thursday, hopefully that'll mean that I have listings to go up. So I think I'll use little pretty gray guy, but you know what? That was meant for a mini, so it's not big enough. This is what happens when you just throw them all together. Okay. I will have finances to do on Thursday, and I need to put that first because what I find happens is I enjoy doing the Etsy shop so much that once I start with that, I don't want to stop. So, finances have to be done, and then I'm going to do listings. Hopefully. Okay. Sorry, I'm just shuffling through these. There we go. Here's some cute orange ones I can use up. Listings, and I'm going to try to do a new release video of whatever it is I've designed. Actually, I'll probably wait and have a couple of new releases all in a row. But I need to send a box out. And then Friday, yeah. And then Friday I will have an overnight for camp, and I'm tempted to use something with the raindrops because it's supposed to rain. which does not make me super happy because I'm not a big fan. You know what, I'll use this umbrella. I'm just going to kind of put it between the 2 days because I go up in the evening and then I drive them home. So last year when I went for the overnight, I didn't sleep at all, not 1 week. I mean, it was rough. So I'm really hoping that this overnight will be a little different. And then this is going to be driving home. And I'll probably take a nap. And then Sunday, we have a couple little things going on. I kind of like breaking them out of the box just a little bit of an overhang. I think it's kind of fun. So I have ward council in the morning. And then we have a linger longer. If after church is over, we're going to have root beer floats and just get a chance to chat with everybody. And then I'll probably nap. I guess I won't put my naps on there for right now. And that pretty much finishes that. Let me see what I want to use for deco. Because I have some nice big white space, don't I? Do that kind of there. I think these are really cute. This guy here. Mr. Hot and Sunny there. The little fox is really cute. It's 4, but usually in design you want odd numbers, so maybe I'll just leave it like this since we've got the fox in there a couple times. But I could do something here. Kind of like that. A tracker, and I'm not going to plan meals this week. It's just the way it is. Oh, but I do need to put it down here to get some groceries probably on Thursday. Okay. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of darling. So let me just run those through the Xyron real quick and stick them down. So it just pulls like that. I don't know how good a picture I got of that earlier. So I'll try again. It just goes down this little chute. Take that off. Pull this up. Guy there. little box. This guy was kind of here. Alrighty. Well, I hope you like this one. I think it turned out really cute, and I enjoy going back to doing the scrapbook paper style from time to time. I think it does kind of force me to, one, use up little bits and bobs from other kits. I think that's a really good way to feel like you haven't wasted anything. And it does kind of force you to be a little more creative, and I love the overall effect. It's really fun. So I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I will see you again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.